Good evening. Welcome to 3SDR's 97.7 FM. The hierarchy are having a meeting. Pam's got a busted head. And I'm doing okay. I'm going to be speaking to Gregory Peck's son in a little while. Gregory Peck's son? I don't know. I know he's a peck, a bushel and a peck. And I'm going to be speaking to Pam. And I'm going to be speaking to a woman who's more attractive than Pam. Now put that in your stock and smoke it. All right, but meanwhile, back at the ranch, good evening, Pam. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Ral, and good evening, listeners. And hey, listen, it is Ash Wednesday. Now, did you go to church?
We've been down this road a couple of times now.
And you have to...
I have ash on my forehead.
Oh, forehead. And three things you got to do. You got to pray, fast, and be charitable. And thank you, Royal, for these 10 cents that you gave me.
There you go. I was very charitable. You were not worth 10 cents, but I gave it to you anyway.
Okay, now we've got two very important international guests who has just joined us. And over to, we've got Romani Joseph from Abu Dhabi. Welcome to the studio. Welcome to Chat with Roy program. And welcome to Australia, Romani.
Oh, thank you very much, Pam. It's a pleasure being here with all of you at the studio tonight.
Right. And also we've got Jerry Peck all the way from UK. Welcome to the studio and welcome to the Chat with Roy program and welcome to Australia, Jerry.
Thank you very much, Pam. It's a pleasure to be here.
Right.
Did you notice the Pommy accent?
Well, Jerry has left Sri Lanka when he was 14. I don't know whether he was trying to put it on or whether he's... When I first met him, I'm thinking he speaks with a plum in the mouth.
I could speak like an Australian as well, mate.
Yes, you have to. And Roman is going to do a good imitation.
Of course, when you're in Australia, you speak Australian.
Yeah, good day, mate.
Yeah, good evening, mate. How are you doing? It's a pleasure talking here with all of you tonight.
Oh,
I'm loving it over here.
She's taken over.
It's your interview, woman.
Well, Romani, I'm just going to ask you a question. You've been in Abu Dhabi for 15 years.
Yes.
And what made you leave Sri Lanka?
Actually, I left Sri Lanka thinking of my two daughters. They were kids, almost 15 and 9 years old when I left them. So I had come here to Abu Dhabi to save and sacrifice to give them a good education. So my mother took care of them, and here I am, 15 years. I have educated my two girls. They finished education, then they came here to Abu Dhabi, they work, now they are married, and I'm a happy, proud mother.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it is an inspiring story to the women out there, and if you're single, if you are determined to do something, I guess you can do it if you put your mind to it, isn't it?
Of course, yes, I'm a very proud mom. My two girls have done well, and they have brought me so much proud. And I'm here in Australia today to celebrate.
And what made you come to Australia? Melbourne, I should say, lovely Melbourne.
Yeah, actually, it was Facebook that made me come here to Australia. I had met these very special friends, but especially Shireen Vanderput. I love her so much. I met her as a friend, and today she's come to me. She's like my family. And I have come all the way here to spend my holidays with her. Love you, Shireen.
Oh, you know what? They are all listening in. And Jerry, let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. You left Sri Lanka at a young age of 14, and you come from a very musical background.
Yes, I did.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, I went to Royal Junior School. I left when I was 14, as you quite rightly said. I went to live in the UK, furthered my education there. I was a self-taught drummer, and I was on the local circuit there. Even played with MS Fernando when he was over, so I did a bit of baila and, on the circuit side of it, and that's to be honest with you, that's as it is.
How old were you when you left?
I was 14.
A tender age of 14. Tender age.
But that's a really good age to get out of one place and go to another.
I guess
because you find that in your early teens, it's easy to make friends. True. And you have friends for a longer period of time. When you get up to a 14, you've had friends in junior school or primary school and all that, but they don't bond together as such. And when you're 14, 15, 16, the people you meet then become lifelong friends. So that's a great age to go.
Well,
did all your family go there, or was it just you?
It was my sister and myself. We went to England, but my brother and sister, my sister Romaine and my mum chose Melbourne, because they obviously my mother liked the heat, and but we followed in my father's footsteps. He was from Tunbridge Wells in Kent, so we went on a mission to try and find our roots over in England.
So he was a POM to start with?
He was a POM to start with, yes.
It's a proud
and ended as a POM as well.
So, were you treated as a Sri Lankan or as a POM?
Difficult to say. I mean, if I could just go back on what you said about the friend side of it, I am still in contact with all my classmates from Sri Lanka, class of 1976. We are all on a website, and every year or two we meet up for a celebratory sort of situation.
Wow, that's great to meet up.
Great. That's absolutely great. Have you been back to Sri Lanka?
Yes, I was there 2 years ago, and can't get enough of it. I want to go. Yeah, I'd hopefully like to retire there one day, if permitted.
When you went back to Sri Lanka on vacation, did you find that Sri Lanka was what you expected it to be, or was there a blowout?
It had changed. I mean, my perception of Sri Lanka was as a boy, as a teenager, I suppose. So. It was a totally different country when I returned. You can drive down Gaul Road, for instance. There were barricades and soldiers and checkpoints and stuff like that. So it had taken away that beautiful island that was always my paradise. But having said that, the feeling was still there when you get off the plane in Katnayaka Airport, for instance. In the old days or now, and the plane door opens, you've got that burst of heat coming through. You know straight away you're home. There's something inside that goes bang, wallop.
That's
we're there.
true.
And I've always been very fond of the country where I was born.
Absolutely.
I think we all can't. It's difficult to say we don't like our country of birth. I mean, there's a lot of advantages being born in Sri Lanka as well.
I think there's especially when you go to another country and you find that I call Australia home now. That's my mother country. This is my home country, and my children were born here and all that. I think you have this thing at the back of your brain that says, "I'm coming home," and you go to Sri Lanka. And when you're in Sri Lanka and you're coming back to Australia, I'm going home.
True,
right?
exactly.
That's
so
true.
There's a bit of confliction there. But you're spot on when you say you go to Sri Lanka. Yeah. My Sinhalese is absolutely hopeless.
Yours is good, isn't it, Jerry? You know a lot of nice choice languages, of course.
Thank you very much, Pam.
That's okay, I won't say
nice
anymore.
of you to say so.
I go to Sri Lanka and it takes me about a week to pick up on the accent,
I thought I'll get you on that. We're on here, remember?
I know you promised. I promised Raul to be a very good boy today, so I'm not going to
Absolutely.
recite any of
I
that.
don't have a panic button today.
Oh, there you go. I think we'll go off here if he says anything, but we had the ball.
Is it Romani?
Romaine.
Romani.
Romani, sorry.
Romani. Pam has given me 3 different pronunciations.
Sorry. Romani. Sorry, my apology, Romani.
They give me all different types of names. Every day a different
What's in a
name.
rose, right? A rose by any other name.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
So
it's so smooth.
you go to the UAE and you're domiciled there.
Yes. I've been there for the last 15 years
Okay.
and I love it. It's my second home, I could say.
So how do you live in summertime at 50-degree temperature?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I never work out. I'm always working in an office. So all the time I'll be driving or in office at 9
How
to
many
6.
air conditioners have you got in your house?
It's just one, but it is, in every room you have a different unit. And And I love Abu Dhabi. I mean, I feel safe working there.
Abu
And
Dhabi is the place that has a lot of palm tree, date trees along.
Lot of dates. You have everything there.
Date
There's
trees,
nothing
yeah.
that...
I went there once.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
on a date?
I actually stopped on the side of the road. That was when the war had started. While I was there, the war started in the Middle East. And on my way back from Abu Dhabi to Dubai, I was driving. I saw the first signs of the army there. And I
Really?
stopped the car. I don't know whether I was doing the right thing or
Which
not.
year was that?
Geez, 1961.
Ah, okay, that's long time ago.
You would have been about at least 50 years old, I think.
I was about 75.
But if you...
I was just a
Okay, but
twinkle in
that
my
was
mum's
many
eye.
years ago. But if you would come there now, you would know that that was the place that you had been before.
What I noticed most about it was I got this car and I was driving from Dubai to Abu Dhabi. The roads were straight and no road had a name there. If you asked somebody, how do you get to that point, they'll say, you go to the first roundabout and you turn left, and you go to the next roundabout and you turn right. And I did what they asked me to do, and I was back at the first roundabout again. Yeah. I had friends who were living there, and in those days, I think things have probably changed now.
So much. You wouldn't recognize
She was
it.
Sri Lankan, and she was a stenographer. So she was paid 3/4 of what English lady would get paid for doing the same job, and that was the difference that they had there. But I think
At that
things are
time.
leveled
At
out
that
now.
time,
Yeah.
I could say now everyone is treated, I mean...
Equally?
And, I mean, I love my job. I'm there for the money, you could say.
Of course.
I do a good job
would
there and
be.
I earn well. So
Hey, hang on.
I'm happy.
Hang on, they picked this program up in Dubai, so don't.
Well, we go globally, as we know.
You have two girls,
That's right.
and they're both hitched, or
Yeah, they're both married now. Actually, both were here with me in Abu Dhabi, but now one is married and settled down in Sri Lanka. And my younger girl...
Did she marry a Sri Lankan?
Yes, of
Poor
course.
thing.
Both are married to Sri Lankans. And the younger one is there in Abu Dhabi. And I live and work in Abu Dhabi. I love it.
And you're enjoying life.
And
there.
I'm enjoying life. And now I'm here.
And I
I'm
think she wants
enjoying
to come
Australia.
back here. Now she wants to
wants to
come
live
to. Now she wants to live here in Melbourne.
Yeah,
So
why not?
we're trying to match her up, with the person who brought her here. So we'll talk off here.
What's this, a hidden agenda?
No, she's joking.
I don't know.
No,
she
it's-
doesn't joke about things like
Pam
that.
doesn't joke about things like that.
No.
Thank you,
no,
Jerry.
no.
No, she's very serious.
When's the wedding?
We don't know. It was my birthday on the 14th and we had a lovely time.
I'm not worried about your birthday. When was the wedding?
When is the
still,
wedding?
No, still no date planned yet. Still waiting for the Nakat time. Nakata.
Oh my
Nakata,
gosh, you have
Nakata.
to have an auspicious time as well.
Auspicious time.
She's waiting for the Candian dancers and all that to come.
Oh,
out.
right.
Well,
The
that's what she's
elephants
after,
and
the
all
elephant.
that.
So is it the
Festive.
dancers from down south or from Kandy?
I wouldn't mind both parties getting together, It could
Does
be
that
like an
mean that you've got
international
to ride
thing.
an elephant to the reception?
Elephant, camel, horse, all of them together. I
Oh,
wouldn't
that'd be
mind.
lovely, isn't it?
It's
An
just-
international get together. That'd be something
Exactly.
different.
She's
Don't you think
getting
so?
married in a red sari.
Oh, that'll be hot.
Oh,
isn't it?
wow.
It's lovely red. She looks good in red.
You think so?
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you, Pam.
Don't believe a word Pam says.
You do, don't you,
I
Jerry?
believe everything
Thank
Pam
you,
says.
Jerry.
If she says something about a male, believe it.
Yeah, you're right. But really, I'm loving her. She's like family too now.
Oh.
Everyone I met in Australia, it's not like friends anymore. They're all like family to me.
Unfortunately, you said the wrong thing. That's the end of the interview, right? See you later.
Well, when we come
Thank you
back,
very much.
when we come back, I would like to talk about Jerry, how we met, and he's got this enormous
Huh?
Facebook page. Jerry, just cool down. Just have a sip of water.
It's Ben Sorensen here, inviting you to the Heritage Tavern tonight for our Wednesday two-course special. Chef has prepared a limited choice menu full of seasonal flavours and only the freshest local produce to tantalise your taste buds. And best of all, it's 2 courses for only $25. That's a main plus a dessert for only $25. It's available tonight and every Wednesday night at the Heritage Tavern, 3059 Frankston Flinders Road, Belnowring, or head to www.heritage3059.com.
KC Radio sponsor.
KC Radio is proudly sponsored by Slater and Gordon Lawyers. With offices in Cranbourne, Frankston and Dandenong, our team of lawyers can help you with your injury claim. Established over 76 years ago, Slater and Gordon has built a powerful reputation as a law firm which fights for the best outcomes for everyday Australians. Call Stuart Legrand, our local injury law specialist, on 8762 3500 to discuss your rights and entitlements. No challenge too great.
Got information about a crime and not sure what to do? Why not share it with Crime Stoppers? You can remain anonymous, your phone number is not displayed or noted, and Crime Stoppers does not trace or record calls. Your crime information will reach police, who will then investigate. Last year, over 500 arrests resulted from calls from the public. You can make Victoria safer. Calls to 1800 333 000 are free. Crime Stoppers, 1800 333 000.
Hi there, it's John Crawley from the 11 Fingers Band, enjoying another session with Big Pete in the Blue Room on 97.7 3SER, KC Radio. Look, if you want to listen in and get a really good feel for the blues, check him out from 8 till 10 every second Tuesday night. It's a great time. See you there.
Hi, I'm marathon long distance swimmer Tammy Van Wisser. How would you feel if I told you 7 billion tonnes of debris will be dumped into your backyard this year? Well, it is. That's how much rubbish ends up in our oceans, which are Australia's backyard and playground for the millions who visit each year to swim, fish, surf, or just relax. Don't rubbish our beaches. To find out more about how you can help Coast Care, please call 1800 803 772.
Okay, we're back again with Jerry Peck and Romany Joseph. Jerry, you have formed this enormous group of Sri Lankans on the Facebook page, which I should say social media. And what inspired you to open the page that was called Sri Lankan Food Lovers Around the World?
What it was, Pam, I've always had a hobby of cooking. I love cooking. I love recipes. My sister, Shireen Vanderput, taught me how to cook. My mum sent me sort of old recipes, burger recipes of chicken curries and stuff like that, which I had a huge folder of as I went along. And one day I happened to take a photograph of what I cooked, and I stuck it on my Facebook page. A few people came up and said, "Oh, that's nice, that looks nice, blah, blah, blah." So I thought, well, why not start a page up? And I called it Sri Lankan Food Lovers Across the World. And from sort of 5 members to 20 members to 30 members to 200 members, it grew. And now there's over 25,000 members on there.
Wow, isn't that? And then that's where I met you guys. You know,
That's
and I
right.
met some amazing people.
Exactly.
And then from there it grew to another page called the Drama Queen.
Yes, exactly.
That's where all the adults jokes. We can say anything what we want. Of course,
We have
you know.
3 different pages which have been created by Jerry Peck. One is the food lovers across the world, and the other one is the drama queens of Sri Lanka, and the other one is the real burger page of Sri Lanka.
Yeah, and I believe you have a large number of admin people that help you to operate the page. Is that right?
We've got a wonderful team. It's such a close-knit sort of family situation. And what we've tried to do, it's very difficult to try and police something like that with the different time zones, so being spread all over the world. So if I can just mention the team,
Sure.
Pam, we've got in Malaysia our wonderful Monica Newman, who keeps a
Yes,
very
lovely
close
lady,
eye on
yes.
things. Then in Sri Lanka we've got Anne Marie.
Oh, yes.
As you know, she's a very, very experienced cook. There isn't a single thing that she couldn't teach you about, original sort of authentic burger cooking, if you like. We've got Natalie in Melbourne. We've got Doreen also in Melbourne. We've got a wonderful Porsche girl again in Melbourne, and my sister Shreen Vanderput in Melbourne. And we've got Bernie, in brackets, the eagle eye, because she keeps an eye on everything for us, in London, and obviously Romani in Abu Dhabi, Romani girl as she's known as, and myself in Harrow. And to be quite honest, it basically runs itself, because people come on and they post recipes. If they're stuck for something, they'll actually ask for help. Somebody else will turn around and say, well, there's too much. Do I put turmeric in this? Do I put cinnamon in this? Etc. Etc. So it's now turned into more of a forum rather than just a page.
I think it's some useful hints there. That's good. That's great, isn't it? And you're enjoying the Real Burger page too, isn't it?
Yes, and I would like to give this message to all the people who are listening here tonight, that we would like you all to join on our food page. We have more than 25,000 members. We share tips, we share recipes, we share pictures. So if you don't know to cook, you could learn to cook. If you know to cook, maybe you can share all your experience with us. And Jerry Peck has created one big family there on the Facebook. So please join us. You are going to enjoy yourself being there as a member with us on this group.
Okay, well, we'll have a break and we'll come back. And I just want to ask you one more question about what you think of Melbourne.
Ask away.
Ask away? Mm-hmm. Or are we going to listen to some music? Jerry's...
No. Ask away.
Okay. And now that you've been here just past a week, Romani, I'm going to ask you the question first. What do you think of Melbourne?
Oh, it's a beautiful place. When I came in from the airport, they said, welcome to Melbourne, enjoy your holiday. And then in the beginning, it was almost like Abu Dhabi. But then my friends, my cousins, they took me out to the Great Ocean Road. And then, oh my God, my heart came out. And I would love to live here. It's a beautiful place. The people are beautiful. They are very health conscious. That's what I saw on the street, all cycling and jogging. And it's a lovely place to live in. And maybe one day I would come back. Yes.
Yeah. And I believe you fell in love with the statue.
Oh yeah. I saw all these naked statues in the city, and I was, I wanted to experience what's the difference in Abu Dhabi and Australia. And, I kept on catching them and touching them, but you know what? They never looked at me and they never came alive.
Statue,
what a shame. I'm a naughty girl.
Yeah. And Jerry, what do you think of Melbourne?
I love it. I totally love it.
You've been here many times
this
before.
Country. Oh, many times before. So much space, no traffic jams, no people, trying to fight for parking spaces. It's just a beautiful, beautiful country. I would gladly live here.
How would you rate it compared to England?
England, well, you put me in an awkward situation.
Oh, no,
No, it's a beautiful place.
Weather-wise,
put you on the spot.
Weather-wise, 10 out of 10. Melbourne. Yeah. Weather-wise, 10 out of 10.
Oh, I love it.
They're two different places.
I know. I just thought I'd just throw that in.
Totally
I've been to England many times too, and I love England because I find that's a gateway to Europe, and it's a lovely place to base yourself and to travel around Europe with so close.
That's not quite true. As far as Pam is concerned, that's not true.
Is it?
If you go to a home, you'll find the Eiffel Tower on almost every door.
My home, so they're going to come next week.
She hasn't invited
us.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I'm babysitting at the moment. I'm babysitting an 11-year-old boy and a dog, and the house is in a mess, so that's why I haven't invited you.
Even the toilet seat has got a
Eiffel Tower on it? I hope not.
Statue of the Eiffel Tower.
All Paris.
Really?
Yes.
All right, folks, we're going to listen to a CD, and I think you have a story to tell about that.
Yeah, this is my mum. If we can actually, I don't know if you can find track 5 on that CD, but this is my mum, Arlene Peck. She now lives in Melbourne, but she's an actual a famous pianist from Ceylon and then Sri Lanka. She's played on Radio Ceylon. She's played with on Malcolm Andre's shows. She's played with quite a few of the bands, the Manhattans, etc., etc. So she's now to get the tune across by tinkling those ivories, etc.
So she was the Winifred Atwill of Sri Lanka, was she?
She was. I mean, she played for all in the Lionel Bent Theatre. She played for all the ballet shows, and she was very, very active. Alongside my brother James Peck, who also played Jimmy played for Gubbo and the Breakaways. And
I remember Jimmy and Shireen.
It was and my sister. They used to perform together. They won the first Melbourne Song Contest. Doctor, I'm in Trouble and stuff like that. What I'd like to do, if possible, is to play track 5 on that CD, and it's Can't Help Loving That Man. And I'll dedicate this to both my mother and James, because they play this equally good. And that's all I could say. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, James. I'm hoping you're listening.
Hi, James.
Well, we'll play a message and come back, because there is another phone call coming through.
Hey guys, it's Ryan from KC Radio, and I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a secret of mine. If you want to keep up to date with all the hit music of today, I've got the answer. So be sure to tune in to Saturday Night Boost from 7 p.m. on Saturdays, of course. If you're going out or staying at home for the night, we'll get your party started. Right here on KC Radio, it's Saturday Night Boost from 7 p.m.
I like to read with my kids here.
I reckon here's good.
I prefer reading with mine here.
Sharing books with our kids from birth helps them become better readers for life. But packaging, street signs, even the scoreboard at the game are also simple ways to involve our kids in words, sounds and letters. For your free reading pack and more great tips, visit letsread.com.au.
Are you tired of the same foods and venues? Then try Lucia's restaurant in Clyde Road, Berwick. Why not start your weekend with a freshly cooked breakfast? We have an all-day buffet every day, plus all you can eat Monday and Tuesday nights. And don't forget to come for our daily luncheons. For a great weekend breakfast or an evening meal, Lucia's restaurant in Clyde Road, Berwick is the place to be. So call us now on 8786 7411 or find our sponsors at cafelucia.com.au.
All right, and back live. Unfortunately, time has caught up with us. We've got 2 more people waiting to say something or the other. So meanwhile, all that's left for me to do is say thank you very much for coming in. I believe
it's a pleasure to have you guys.
Heckled down here from Moorabbin. And,
yes.
Yeah, and at one stage you were going to take the train. Please don't take it. We need them.
How did you get to know that?
All right. I'm going to be speaking to Gail shortly, but meanwhile, we're going to play track 11, which is also piano, and it's not piano concerto in 54 major, but we're going to ask Jerry to do it.
Jerry, I just want to say, before you could say anything, thank you for coming in, and we really appreciate the 2 of you dropping by.
Yeah, I would like to say thank you for giving us this opportunity to speak here tonight, and I would like to thank all our members on the foot page who are here with us tonight. Thank you for being a part of us. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Pam and Raoul, for having us on here. I'd like to finish off this one with a song that was a Tommy Dorsey song that was made famous in 1937. This is my mother's rendition of Once in a While.